Hello everyone, this is an introduction to FL Studio, and this video is meant for people who are just beginning with FL Studio, music production in general. They don't know what a chord is, things like that. So hopefully you enjoy this, and if you have any questions, please ask in the comments. And if you like this, you can subscribe, maybe listen to my other music. That'd be cool, but hopefully you'll be started on your journey to making some fun music. I think it's a fun hobby. So here you have the channel rack to get started. This is something you very much need. Left click on these in order to get it started, and it'd be good to have some background music a little bit as we're going through this. So yeah, a little bit of minimalism there. So left click there, and if we want to add more instruments to make our track sound even cooler, we can go to packs over here. Click that, and let's see, we'll add a little more drums, because I like drums. Or we like drums probably. Hopefully you like drums. I guess you can have tracks without drums though. We already have an 808 kick here. As you can see, there are different kinds of kicks. So, right, they sound a little bit different. Let's see. I like the gravity kicks. Yeah, make it a little more intense. So we can replace by putting over and putting it here. But maybe you think to yourself, oh, but we need to add even more than that to the track in order to make it like an actual thing. So let's go to cymbals. And again, this is for people who might have not ever done music stuff before. So I just want to show you real quick, drum set. You'll want to learn maybe in another video someplace else the different parts of a drum, because it'll be very useful in your journey of making cool stuff. So what I'm going to do here, let's see, get a cool crash here. And I'm not gonna have this playing throughout the whole video. Interesting point, you don't want it to be obnoxious. So after we have this here, I don't like it. You can click that if you want, click that, it mutes it from the track. And put it back on, put it back on. And then maybe if you add too many things, like let's say, oh man, I'm just super into these cymbals. I just want to try so many here. But then that's too much cymbal. That's too much in my opinion. Like see, we'll just put it here for a little bit. Yeah, we don't want that. So we'll just go ahead and delete some of those too. So I just right clicked here, delete, right click, delete. And I'll just do that for a few more. And then we'll put that on the actual song track itself, because this isn't a full song, right? So I'm gonna click on here in order to, I have a double screen actually, so sometimes it's easier. I have it kind of not zoomed in here. I have a little bit of a cheat I'm gonna teach you real quick, because I forgot how to do it with my mouse only. You wanna hold Control on your keyboard, and then use your mouse scroll to make this go bigger, smaller, etc. This can help if you're trying to really get in there with some of these. We gotta put some details in our cool track, right? So at the moment, this is still just playing this, and we'll kind of progressively add more things as we're going. So I'm going to switch to pattern 2, and as you'll see, just completely stopped it, right? Because the pattern, PAT, right here, pattern, this isn't the pattern that has stuff on it, right? We can add some stuff though. We can add like a little bit of a cool clap here. And if we wanted to play this clap and these drums together, that's what this is for. So we'll add claps here, 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 and then, yep, put it together like magic, right? I like FL Studio, makes it so much easier, and whatever they probably had to do with music production before this, which actually I don't know that. Probably sucked. But we got some cool stuff going on here, right? So let's play a little bit, and then we'll add some synthesizer. So what I personally normally do is I go to add more plugins for my instruments. I have a lot, but there's something called 3X OSC that I have. I actually want to see if I can find something else I've used before. There's something called a plugin picker that's really cool, and I think I've forgotten where that's at. Here we go. Yeah, so it's a visualizer. So if you're into visualizing, you can see all these different kind of things that are going on here. And I can do it from this, so synth classic, and then I'll add 3x OSC here. So I will introduce you how to make melodies now. So I'll put this on pattern 3, and something really important that's going to go on here is that I am going to put this on a different kind of, oh, it's on my other monitor, or it was. Let's see if I can do it from here. Oh my gosh, this is so difficult. There we go. So also, it can be useful to have 2 monitors, by the way, if you really get into this, but it's not absolutely needed, because you can get a lot really cluttered here with a lot of stuff. These are kind of the different tracks, and this can be very useful for many reasons in the future, but all you need to know basically is this separates each thing you attach to it. So in order to attach things to these tracks, like if I wanted to mute like the bass drum, right, I could just do that. I want to put this on 5 to separate it. That's just my style. There's a lot of tips and tricks with that, but this is just for beginners, right? Next, to add your cool melody, you can do right click and go to the piano roll. And that is located on my other monitor. Okay, here we go. So we want to make a cool track. We want to make sure we have a cool melody. So if you wanted to, you could just click here with your mouse, the left click, or you can actually use your regular keyboard. Right, that kind of sucks though. But this is very important to starting things. So I'll stop this real quick because I really want you to hear these different effects. This is kind of like, the way to think about this is if you have, let's just say, a stir fry maybe, and your synthesizer is a bunch of different ingredients. This thing, I guess, is like your rice, I guess, which is like just the base, smallest, like lowest level that you could possibly get with the synth ingredients. There's a lot that can go into making your own synths. And yeah, so I'll just show you a very simple thing here. You have these different, I'll hold this down for you, right? So there's all of these different things. I'll pick a less obnoxious kind of one. There we go, C4, also called middle C. Yeah, so all of these do different things. And we can automate this process by clicking out a piano roll. Right, put that here and here, click. And I also have it on a setting to where I was putting them too close together. Right? So we're not making the best song in the world right now, but it exists. You can have something random if you want. Oh, not good. Okay. So let's see if we can find a cool sound here. I don't know, maybe we're feeling this. We'll see how it sounds. So we'll take it off a pattern, we'll put it on song. Alright, could be worse, right? Could be worse. But that's how you add kind of a melody. Yeah, you can add more stuff there if you want. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is kind of give you a little bit of an insight into my creative process as we kind of make the next track. So if you have a melody in your mind, you can do it like this and add some other cool instruments. But I want to start a new one real quick. Let's see. So you start a new one like that. File, new one. Sorry, I probably looked a little fast. File, new. With this setting in current FL Studio, and you probably shouldn't label your songs like I do, but that's the way I do it. We're gonna make a new track. Limiter, don't save it. Probably want to save it if you're doing an actual song, and I'll go into kind of some file saving things really quick also with this. So let's just do a little bit of this one more time, and then add some clap occasionally. So do Control S if you want for save, or File Save, and then I'll just do CC at the beginning of my stuff. just put FLP, right? And so file, save new version is useful. I used to do save as, and then have it like 1, I guess, but save new version just saves it C_2 now. And we'll work off of this. It's very good to save a lot because you don't want to have made like a big significant change or another edit and then be like, oh my gosh, I can't go back. This is irreversible. That would suck, right? So what we're gonna do now, which is part of my creative process, I have a little bit of a, I guess, advantage because I went from beatboxing to music production and for fun, right? So when I think of something in my head, like a beat, I will just, let's just have a random one. I'm gonna do like that. So what I want to do from this point is think to myself, oh, like what's the tempo of that? And what that is called beats per minute, which is what this thing up here changes. So I guess I'll just do that beat and I'll show you how I get the beats per minute from that. I'll use a tool. So I'll go back here real quick. I use DuckDuckGo for searching. I put BPM tap. BPM is beats per minute. I've used this for the site for a while. It's just simple. I don't have much of a reason to, like, I guess, go to other ones. It's just kind of there. So while I do my beat, I just kind of like bob my head and body up and down while I'm clicking. I click the space bar and you'll hear that. So it looks like, I guess, that's close to 99 beats per minute. I could do it at that exactly if I wanted, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it at 100. And you don't need to actually be beatboxing in order to do something like this. You could just have the beat in your head and tap and move your body with it to be able to get it. And then I kind of like experiment. And oh yeah, tip, you can make this go a little longer like that. So I guess I'll just go. Yeah, I have to like kind of like slow it down like that, like. So that's, and I have to figure out like where all of that goes. Let's see if that's anywhere close. See, that's not even close, right? Yeah, it's difficult. And then sometimes when I'm doing this process, I just kind of find like an interesting beat that works. But yeah, I'll try it out a little bit more. Let's see. There we go, see? Close. Ah, there we go, see? So it's just a little bit of trial and error. Oh, I had a hi-hat. All right, so now I finally get that beat. I forget if that's exactly the beat I had, but it's one that works and one I was just thinking of. So next, because I like the kind of bass inside of there, and I put this pattern 2, I guess. Yeah, pattern 1 is still this, so I'll just kind of leave that there. See, having that kind of bass might be a little bit difficult to make on here. Recording, I'll probably do a separate video, but something I could try to do is, I guess I'll just see what I can do with one of those synth things, because you need a little bit of bass there, right? Make it a little bit grittier, I guess. That's not gritty at all. There's zero amount of grittiness in that sound. So it's probably better for me to put this here in a song so I can put my pattern up there. Then I can play around. Let's see. Do that. No grittiness. So that's gonna have, like, a lot of different sounds in there. There's a lot of more technical stuff I could do that I'm thinking of that would probably be a lot better to get closer to that sound, but I want to use it as default stuff for this. This is for beginners that probably don't have any like extra plugins they've bought. All right. Let's see if that works at all for this. Let's see. That's so bad. Yeah, I don't really like this bass that much. Put it down here though. That isn't even the right spot. So yeah, you have to kind of play around with this stuff sometimes. And then you have to yeah, it's a little bit difficult. There's probably some better ways to do this. But that's kind of some of my creative process with this. Maybe we want to add some, since we got some of our, hardcore bass going on here, we want to add some melody. So I will, I'm trying to think of what I can do with the default ones here. Let's see, we'll do a new pattern here too. I think I can actually, I think there's actually a default piano somewhere. So instruments, guitar, nah, maybe a piano, orchestral, keyboard, oh duh, okay. Let's see if a grand piano is acceptable. Oh. Alright. So here is where I want to teach you a little bit about chords as well. So basically, when you have, let me go to a place where I can shows. Okay. So you have like these kind of notes here, and then you have two more, like you have to have a middle one kind of like that. And then you want to have three like this. So when you hear them together, that's a chord basically. So I guess we can just have a little bit of a beat like that. And in my creative process, it's kind of like a trial and error to be able to do it like on the correct kind of beat. So let's see, let's get through this real quick. And this isn't gonna win any Grammys, but when we want to make our cool Grammy-winning song, we gotta start somewhere. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me put this back on for us. Nah. Let's see, a little bit of trial and error here. Sorry, I edited this earlier to where, there we go, snap, let's just do it, main, yeah, so it actually snaps now. I had it earlier to where, I guess you're seeing a little bit of more advanced stuff here. I had it to where I had to edit some stuff like really, really close together in another song. So this is real quick. You don't have to know this right now, because by default it's on main. So that when you do this further out, sorry, you'll be able to just like do it like that, and it goes like to the block instead of you having to be super specific about it. So there you go. So there we go. There we go. So put that in our beat. Yeah. So not the best in the world, but that's what chords are. That's how you kind of like add them in the song, and keeps on going and going. If you want to make these go lower though, you can do Ctrl A on your keyboard, and it's good to know the shortcuts. You see what happens when you put it lower. Sometimes it sounds good, sometimes not so bad. Oh, sometimes not bad. Beat is kind of annoying. So, what I want to do is, let's see, what's another beginner thing I can teach you real quick. That's kind of like some of the basics. You'll want to look up song structure, some strong song structure videos. I can try to put that in the description. But yeah, there's some very, very, very basic things in this video, and I hope it helps you. If you want to see some more kind of basic things, maybe this is just a part 1, just let me know what you want to see. I think this video is a bit long, but it at least shows a little bit of the first steps, I guess, you can take into making a song. And hopefully you can just play around a little bit with these, play around with the piano roll. For example, there's a cool thing you can do. Let's just do Control Z. Yeah, oh sorry, Control Alt Z to put those back in place. Control Z just goes 1 step back. Control Alt Z goes more steps back. And then there's something cool. You have tools here. You can do a abbreviate if you want. Do some settings. And then it'll, whoops, you want to hit this first actually. And this, let me go there real quick. Oh yeah, just play around with stuff if you want. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to be trying more of this, yeah, please ask me if you have any questions. That would be fantastic, so I can, hopefully help you make some really cool beats later. And thank you.